Shalom and welcome to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. This is Meditation and Mindfulness with Rabbi Adam Kligfeld.
Sometimes I start the meditation by giving a sense kind of frontally as to what we're going to be orienting our minds to. Sometimes I just jump into it. I'll do the former. So very quickly, something I've been chewing on all week that's going to make its appearance also in the Shabbat video that'll go out in a little bit, and perhaps Dvar Torah tomorrow, how the tradition deals with Pharaoh's apparently not knowing who Joseph was, which is a verse that we see in this week's Parsha. Vayakom melech hadash al Mitzrayim, there was a new king over Egypt, Asher lo yadat Yosef, who didn't know Joseph. And the commentators are mystified. How could he not have known? Because it seems impossible that someone who had played such a significant role as Joseph did would not be known by the Pharaoh. And so the rabbis, both as a way of trying to figure out the story and also as a way of moralizing, say, it's not that he didn't know, he pretended not to know. So he had a pretense for his evil decrees. So kind of what I want to extract from that, at least for the meditation, which I'll do something different with that in the video, is the danger of pretending not to know, the danger of refusing to acknowledge, and to know things that are very knowable. And we're living in an era where it's hard to figure out what's knowable because we don't even agree on facts anymore. And I want this meditation to be internal to us. This is not a meditation about them, whoever they are. It's about us and our own relationship with the things that we should know, but sometimes refuse to know. Okay, so that's going to be the focus of it. I always forget to turn off notifications. I'm not disturbed. And let's jump into it. I'm going to ask everyone to close your eyes and already begin to feel the beautiful descent of waking rest come over your body and your mind. Poised rest is what my teacher Sue Weston would say. Poised, focused, awake, alert, present, here, vital, and yet at rest. Rest that is not slumber. Rest that is not slack. A rest that is incredibly vital and revitalizing. That's what we're aiming for. And we do it by re-entering our bodies, which we've been living in all day so far, but might have ignored. We do it by planting our feet flat on the surface in front of us and our hands on our legs, either palms down so that we are embracing self, or palms up so that we're bracing the entire world around us. We do it by breathing, real breathing. Breathing as if your nostrils were in your belly. Breathing not from your throat or even from your chest, but from your belly. Deep, enlivening breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. No need to count. Just allow it to be an anchor to your spirit right now. You might hear a sound in addition to my voice, the creak of a chair, car going by, chirp of a bird. You can let them go. You don't have to reject them, just let them go. They are extrinsic to this moment. They need not intrude. You can train your mind not to hear them or pay attention to them. There is so much more to listen to inside of you, including the absence of anything. By which I mean, in addition to my voice, you can try to listen, not to something, but to nothing. Let the vastness of your consciousness just settle upon you, trying not to follow one thought particularly far, just to come back to the vast spaciousness of your mind. You want to hover above rather than be claimed by any one idea. And some meditations, that's the end of what we ask of ourselves. To be in quiet repose, not claimed by any idea, just giving time and space and mental space to ourselves and for ourselves. But today we can add one idea as a centering thought. Asher lo yadat Yosef, a pharaoh, a king, a leader, who didn't know Joseph, who refused to know Joseph. A refusal to know is the beginning of the end of a society. So we turn it from the communal and the political to the personal and the spiritual. Where are you choosing not to know that which is knowable? What reality, hard that it may be, are you refusing to acknowledge? What truth do you deny, which doesn't make it any less true? It just severs your relationship with truth. In what way do you most need to separate yourself from a pharaoh-like stance? And finally, acknowledge and accept and embrace and know. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Share the closing blessing. We'll say it together. Oops. May we and all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May we all experience true happiness that has no taint of suffering. May we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. May we and all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May we all experience true happiness that has no taint of suffering. And may we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. May we and all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May we all experience true happiness that has no taint of suffering. And may we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. I say to you, namaste, and shalom, and Shabbat shalom, and I hope to see you soon.
You have been listening to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. If you enjoy these podcasts, we invite you to write a review on the Apple Podcast site or wherever you get your podcasts. For more information about Temple Beth Am Los Angeles, go to tbala.org.